Hey everyone, welcome back to bageltcg. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of our draft practice video here as we walk through a uprising draft that my team Galaxxi Gaming did. I want to shout out my team Galaxxi Gaming again. We are a Jacksonville-based competitive flesh and blood team, and we're also sponsored by Java Game House, which is the best LGS in Jacksonville. So check out Java Game House, check out Galaxxi Gaming on Twitter, on both the websites, etc., etc. But yeah, let's hop into the draft here. So we've posted pack 1 now. After pack 1, we're basically all the way into Jermai. We read that there is probably no Jermais to the 3 people to the right of us. We're not exactly sure how many Jermais are to the left of us, but we think it's not more than 1. So we're assuming that there is only 2 Jermais at the table, us and someone to the left of us. We're going into pack 2 here, so we reversed pack order or pass order. So the cards are now going to the right. So we're going to kind of find out if there is a Jermai close to us or not that we were passing to. Let's start with our first pack here. So you can see at the beginning of the first pack, red Rake the Embers at the front. I think I said last video that is one of, if not my favorite, red common for Jermai here. So it's a pretty high pick right off the bat. We see Sash of Sandakai again, which is pretty funny because I still think that is one of the best, if not the best common to start with. So it's cool that maybe someone else will get it. There was also a red Sigil of Permafrost, which is a really premium rare pick for Icelander. But the only really good card for us in there was Rake the Embers. And now that we've pretty much committed to Dromai, we're just picking the best Dromai card every time, and we're not too worried about what the other cards really are, other than just seeing what our opponents are going to have. Second pack here, looking through it, Red Hot is a nice card. We've got some yellow Dromai cards there, and then we've got red Billowing Mirage here. I think this is actually a foil red Billowing Mirage. We are, a kind of a red aggro deck in a lot of ways, coming in for big or even small red attacks that have go again, and that will turn on our dragons to keep attacking with. So you can see I was kind of interested in Rise Up there, and then I remembered it worries about Phoenix Flames, and I decided that, we are not really running Phoenix Flames, so I'm not worried about that. And we're just going to pick the best red option, which is Billowing Mirage. The best thing about all of these red attacks, or any of these attacks for Dromai, is that they all block for 3, which is pretty nice. I pulled up this Flameborn Retribution because we just want 1 for 3s with go again, really. Looking through the rest of the pack, I think I'm counting how many of each common there is. Since I did mention last video that there is 2 to 3 of each commons for a class. So we're going to pick red Flameborn Retribution there. There's only a red of that card, but picking Flameborn Retribution, mostly just trying to get the highest number of red go again attacks turn on our dragons. We've got Quelling Sleeves here. We don't have an arm equipment piece yet. We've also got red Sand Cover, which is a really good card. It blocks for 4 for 0, and it can block arcane damage. I think Quelling Sleeves is pretty nice because it's nice. It has Quell. It's a good common arm piece. This was a pretty hard pick for me, but ultimately I decided to be greedy. I thought there wasn't many Jermais at the table. Like I said, I think there's maybe only one other. So I'm actually going to be greedy here and hope that I see a Silken Form, which is her Illusionist only common arm piece, which is basically just strictly better Quelling Sleeves. And since I don't think there's a lot of other Jermais at the table, I'm going to be a little greedy here, hope that I see a Silken Form at some point, and I'm just going to take this red Sand Cover, which is a really nice red card that blocks for 4. All it does is have to sacrifice an Ash. Great card that we definitely like to have at least 1, maybe 2 of in Jermai. Too many of them causes problems because of the fact that it doesn't deal damage, and it also doesn't actually block. So we basically just want 1, maybe 2, but I think that's our first one, if not maybe our second one. I don't think we want any more after this, though, if that is our second one. I think this is me just looking at my tokens. So I think we're pack 4 or 5. I see Fog Down, which is interesting, but not a card we're super interested in draft. Pretty happy with a blue Dunebreaker Senpai here. I think we've actually been pretty heavy on the red department, and we're pretty low on resource cards, actually. We've been getting... Jermai has felt so open, our hero has felt so open, that we've been able to get all of our powerful red cards, and we still need resources, right? So we're gonna, I think, pick up this blue Dunebreaker Senpai here. Once again, all of the illusionist attacks here block for 3, which is pretty great because this card is still a. I think I decided to show this one to the camera. It's, yeah, I don't think I showed it off enough there. Next pack here. Really nothing much for us. Blue stand cover is pretty garbage. Burn Away, I think, is what I'm looking at. I don't even really like Burn Away that much. This pack's pretty bad for most heroes, actually. There's like maybe that red card for Icelander is kind of nice. I think I might pick up Burn Away here, mostly because it's a red card that can possibly have Go Again, and it blocks for 3. I think the main key thing that convinces me is that it blocks for 3, and we don't really have a lot of other good options in this pack. I'm also probably running exactly 1 Phoenix Flame because I do have, I believe, 2 Flameborn Retributions here, and they will get me the Phoenix Flame back from my graveyard if I block with them. So I like running 1 Phoenix Flame in Jermai. A lot of the Draconic cards care about Phoenix Flames. We don't want to run a lot of them because they don't block and they don't really deal damage, but we can get some value if we, get 1 and we can get some combinations of cards with that. Here we see Red Dunebreaker Senpai, which we're pick 6 or 7 here, somewhere around there. We're almost halfway through the pack, and we see a Red Dunebreaker Senpai, right? So this pack's almost been around the whole table. And we can see how many picks we've had. So we picked Rake the Embers, 1 pick, Billowing Mirage, 2 picks, Flameborn, 3 picks, Sandcover, 4 picks. Pick 5 was Burn Hot. I think okay, so I think this is pick 6 here. After this, oh wait, I think we just jumped in ahead of it. So I think this is pack 6 here where we see this Dunebreaker Senpai red. Let's see, that's where we pick blue Dunebreaker Senpai. Okay, yeah, so I think pack 6, if I'm not wrong, is this red Dunebreaker Senpai. No, we still skipped a little far. That pack, I think it's this pack right here. So yeah, pack 6 or so, which means almost everyone at the table has seen this pack, right? That also lets us know that there is probably not that many other Jermais. We were already pretty sure about that, but this is another way to kind of confirm the fact that there's not that many Jermais at the table here. When we see, once again, me excited for this pack. Yeah, seeing this pack 6, maybe 7, Red Dunebreaker Senpai really kind of confirms what we already thought, that we are one of two Jermais at the table. I think I count the commons here, and if I'm not wrong, I think there is an illusionist card taken. Yeah, so okay, so there was already 1 common illusionist card taken, which makes me think, okay, there was 1 other Jermai, it hit them and they picked the other card, and now I'm getting the second common illusionist card, and they just both happened to be quite good, right? So that still tells me, though, if there was any other Jermai, if there was a 3rd Jermai at the table, I would not have gotten that Red Dunebreaker Senpai. So I'm pretty sure I was right about us only having 1 other Jermai. I'm really happy that I got that pick 6 Red Dunebreaker, which is pretty premium. This pack is pretty good too. We have 2 different, we have 2 common illusionist cards in here still, plus a foil one. This is a foil yellow Sweeping Blow. I think the pick here is between blue Rake the Embers and yellow Sweeping Blow. I actually think the correct pick is blue Rake the Embers. It doesn't block as much, but it gives us more resources, and I think making an Ashwing is maybe better. I do think I ultimately picked the foil Sweeping Blow. Maybe the shininess got into my eyes. I think that my logic at the time was that it's a 3 block, and I was like, okay, 3 block is better than 2 block, but I think the blue pitch would have been better, and the Ashwing is maybe a bit better there, so I think next time I would have picked blue Rake the Embers. I think this pack is pretty garbage for us. I think this is one of the packs that we end up just picking. Do I pick Flex or Scar for a Scar here? We basically have nothing in this pack. I don't think there's an illusionist card in this pack, which then ends up being maybe a little worrying that there's no common illusionist card. That means they were both picked already. But I think this also might be a pack that is circling back to us, if I'm not wrong. Let's see, how many cards are in that pack? One. I think there was maybe... Okay, I think that pack might have circled back to us, which means that just both illusionists already saw that pack. Okay, yeah, so this has 5. The last pack had 6. So that was just a pack that circled back to us, and it just had both illusionists already took from it. So it's not that much of a worry that there's no common illusionist cards that last pack. This pack's a pretty easy yellow billowing mirage, I think. I might be thinking about blue sigil protection, just because it's a blue and we need blues. But billowing mirage, great card. Blocks for 3, and I just really like 3 blocks. Once again, we're 12 picks in here. This is our 13, 14, 15, 16. No, we're not 12 picks in. These packs have 14 cards. We are 10 picks in, and this is our 11th, 12th, 13, 14. This is our 11th pick, right? 12, 13, 14, yeah. 11th pick, we still get a fine card there. This pack has basically nothing for us, but with only 3 cards left in the pack, I think I was going, how is there still 3 wizard cards here is what I was saying. Which seems like Wizard's pretty open. I'm guessing, like, it's pretty funny to see a fog down there. Just doesn't really do anything in drafts, but it's still a 3 block. So yeah, I think the packs got a little messed up at the end here, but I think everything worked out fine. I think I just saw 2 packs in a row that had 2 cards in it, but we ended up getting everything sorted out just fine. Yeah, pretty happy with the second pack too. Kind of confirms my read of one other Jamai. Was able to pick up quite a lot of cards. I think maybe a little less power in this than the last pack, right? So we're looking at, I'm counting cards here because we're just making sure everyone has the right number of cards, but a little less power than the last pack, right? What that makes me think, right? We maybe got a few less powerful reds than in pack 1. That makes me think that there was probably a Jamai pretty close to me on the left side, right? So on my left, I'm thinking there's a Jamai within 2 or 3 spots of me since I didn't get as many powerful red cards. I got powerful red cards early when I was passing to my right, and I hadn't seen packs. So like at first pick, I got red Rake the Embers. Second pick, I got red Billowing. But then I think pick 3, let's see, let's look at pick 3 here. If it's gonna load. Or not. Okay, let's just fast forward through it. I think pick 3 did not have any... the only good illusionist card here was yellow Dunebreaker Senpai, I think. And so this makes me start thinking, where there's pick 3, there's been 2 picks already to my left. That means within the 2 players to my left, there is likely another Jamai, right? That ended up being correct, by the way. Spoiler alert. There was only 2 Jamais at the table, and the other one was exactly 2 spots to my left. I can kind of tell about that in this pack because there is a common illusionist card missing, and that means that it was probably picked, right? There is no second common illusionist card here, if I remember correctly. And so I'm pretty sure that there are 2 to my left. I'm pretty happy with that because, mostly we're passing to our left, so I have kind of the priority as the Jamai player. And I'm pretty happy with my pool after that. We got red Rake the Embers, we got red Billowing, we got red Flameborn Retribution, red Sand Cover, we got blue Dunebreaker, we got some other random stuff. It started getting a little bad at the end. We got another red Dunebreaker here. Yellow Sweeping. I still think blue Rake the Embers was better there. That pack was pretty much a dud. And then some of our end packs started getting a little yucky, like that yellow Billowing Mirage, Sigil there, Healing Balm. So we definitely we know there's a Jamai to our left, and we know we're getting passed to by them. But we know we'll be passing to them again on the 3rd pack here. I think right now I'd give my pool like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. It's a really good pool so far. It's definitely a pool that shows that there's not a lot of other Jamais at the table. It's a pool that I think would probably go 3-0. And so I think in a normal event, this pool would typically go 2-1 or 3-0. Pretty happy with how it's going so far. I think, once again, like last video, there's only one pick I really disagree with myself on. I think I should have gone blue Rake the Embers over yellow Sweeping Blow. Sweeping Blow yellow doesn't really matter since it's not a red. We basically want our deck to be like 20 reds and 10 blues. Like that's the perfect ratio. Like we want maybe 8 to 10 blues and then like the rest to be reds. And then we're just like this deck that can deal a lot of damage, put out a bunch of dragons, and just apply a ton of pressure while keeping bodies on the board. I think we're pretty much near that ratio right now, and I'm pretty happy with this pool. Let me know what you guys think, any picks that you would have made differently. I love hearing from you guys about what you would have chosen to do. Remember to check out the affiliate link in the description for Whipped and Wizard. Check out my Patreon for some bonus content. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.